This weekend, our Western Christian brothers will begin celebrating Easter, or the Feast of Christ's Resurrection. And the following week, we will celebrate our Lord's Pascha. And in between, overlapping both of them, our Jewish friends will be celebrating Pesach, or Passover. So at this time, we will be all turning to God and delving into the mystery of Christ's death and resurrection. And why is this important? Because without Christ's death and resurrection, we're simply victims of events happening in the world around us. And at Pascha, we recall the story of Exodus, a story that is both timeless and very contemporary. Moses, leading the people of God, goes to the Red Sea. He divides the sea in two. The children of Israel pass through. And as they pass through and are delivered, Pharaoh's hosts go into the midst and are overcome by the sea. And Moses cries out and he says, "Let us sing unto the Lord, for gloriously hath he been glorified. Horse and rider he hurled into the sea. For the chariots of Pharaoh and his hosts went into the sea, and the Lord brought upon them the waters of the sea." This is a victory of God over the devices of men, over the plans of men to exterminate the people of God. And this we celebrate in the context of Christ's resurrection. While it seems that the shepherd has been smitten and the sheep will be scattered, what actually happens is our Lord Jesus Christ becomes the victor over death, and he grants victory to those who believe in him. And this is why we rejoice, not because of some defeat, but a victory beyond hope. Many years ago, they discovered in the Syrian wilderness on the right bank of the Euphrates River a synagogue from about the middle of the 3rd century. And there in that synagogue, there is depicted a beautiful scene of Moses striking the sea with his rod and the sea parting in two. Moses walking through the Red Sea and being delivered. Moses striking the rock in the wilderness and water coming forth for his people. And all these events for us point to the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and how he proves to be the victor over death and the one who leads us into life, a life that begins here and has no end. And this, in the midst of our pain, in the midst of sorrow, in the midst of destruction, in the midst of tears, this we celebrate this year with you. And we hope that our united prayers this year will bring God's blessing not only on us and on those whom we love, but on the whole world. And this is the message of hope we have, a message that does not come with weapons, but through the rod of God brings victory to the people of God. I invite you to join us late on the evening of April 23rd as we begin our Paschal Vigil and procession to celebrate with us the victory of our Lord Jesus Christ over death as he divides the sea of this life and brings us through into a life that has no end. We'll gather around 11:30 on Saturday evening. For those of you who cannot join us late at night, please join us the next day at 1 p.m. on Sunday, April 24th, for the celebration of Agape Vespers, Paschal Vespers at 1 p.m., followed by a picnic in the Central Park. In addition, on Saturday, April 30th, we will celebrate the Bright Week Paschal Liturgy here at St. Seraphim Cathedral in Slavonic, beginning at 10 a.m. You're most welcome to join us. And in any case, I wish you all a beautiful Easter Paschal celebration in which you pour out your hearts to God and ask him to bless us and bless those whom we love, and to shine his light in this world, dispelling darkness dispelling hatred and uniting us once again together to the glory of his holy name. May God grant you to rejoice this year in the celebration of Christ's resurrection, the celebration of Pascha, with great hope and joy in your hearts. To him be glory. Christ is risen. Christos vos craci. Christ is risen. May God bless you all.